What's up, everypony? The Raucous Narrator here, and today I'm going to be reading Outside My Door by Shy Marble Pie. The little pony sat alone in her room, eyes filled with not just tears, but gloom. Her heart filled with sadness now that the light of the day had faded away. Every passing hour there would be a shower. Young eyes would gaze to the dark, pain leaving an everlasting mark. Anger, regret, emptiness. Gone the innocent heart, soul shattered and broken apart. Onward, she would say, for tomorrow is another day. Never would she be the same, forced to pull ahead within this game. Every little piece of a child's perfect world gone, replaced with the truth of the swan song.
The screams came from downstairs in a steady pattern. I dared not leave my room unless I wished for the same fate to befall me. I simply sat alone on my bed in the darkness. It was so cold around me, I could honestly see my breath every time I took a gasp of air. My blonde mane showered over my eyes, softly, almost obscuring my vision. I might just be a filly, but my mama always said I was strong for my age. Came the banging from my bedroom door, the knob twisting in place so slowly, trying its best to pry itself in. I swallowed the lump in my throat. My whole body was shivering in fear. It was the monster coming for me. It had tried to make its way inside earlier. I knew better, though. I moved my big rocking chair from the corner and slid it under the doorknob. I would not let it get to me. I would not let it speak to me of those horrible words. Monster spoke in a dark tone of voice, sending a shiver down my spine. I bundled myself under the sheets of protection. I could feel my ears perking up slowly. Rain was pouring roughly outside. I knew the moon that gave me such calm nights before was now hidden behind dark clouds. I held back tears in my eyes. My small hooves rushing to cover my muzzle. I could hear the monster trying to force my door open. The chair strained in place as the door shifted open and closed rapidly, the knob flicking side to side. Soon, it would come from me. I had no pony to call out to for help. Even if they could hear me, they would never come. The screams downstairs became louder as I winced. I felt my ears folding down in fear. I wanted to hold back my tears, I really did. Yet I could feel them cascading down my cheeks. Much like rain sliding down the pane of my window outside, the wind howled so wickedly. I could have sworn it was the monster. Perhaps it was. It would so love to trick me. Suddenly the door rocked in place. I yelped aloud as I slung off my covers. The door shifted more than it had been, creaking open just as I could see its lone, dark, red eyes gazing forward to me. I felt my heart skip a beat inside my chest. I tried to get to my hooves, but they were just too wobbly. I couldn't get my strength up. I felt myself tumbling off the bed and onto the floor below with a loud thud. My whole body ached with pain. My coat did nothing to save me from the chill of the room. My tears were so cold on my cheeks, it almost felt as if they were burning my face.
Open the door.
The voice of the monster echoed, pushing with all its might against the door. I gasped aloud in shock and fear, bolting for my open closet as fast as my small hooves could carry me. I leapt within the dark abyss, lightning striking outside as my whole room lit up with an eerie blue glow. I slammed the door shut tightly. I could hear the door to my room opening up completely. My rocking chair had failed me. I whimpered softly in fear, thunder booming outside loudly as I suddenly burst into a small shriek. The monster had heard me, for sure. I could hear its footsteps, stomping ever so closer. Lifting hooves across my muzzle, I could only sit there in silence, waiting for the inevitable to happen. Tears flowing from my dark green eyes. The door slowly began to creep open. My heart felt as if it would explode out of my chest at any moment. Why did it have to be this way? Why did I have to get caught? If I just hid harder, maybe it would never have found me. Pa, Ma, I'm so sorry.
Well, Sugar Cube, you shouldn't be hiding like this.
The monster towered over me with its massive shadow, dark red eyes gazing down to me while I gazed up in silence, sobbing. "Leave me alone," I whimpered, curling up into a small ball on the floor, hiding my muzzle behind my bright golden tail. "Honey, please, I need you to be strong. For not just me, but your brother too." Granny Smith kneeled down at my side, eyes red from crying, as she gently scooped me up into her hooves, holding me so tightly. The shadow did not seem so scary now. "Nuh-uh, nuh-uh." I shook my head side to side quickly, trying to squirm out of her embrace. Yet I couldn't. I just wasn't strong enough. "Applejack, your parents." She held me close to her chest, trembling. I tried to pull away, my ears perking up as I could hear the calling rhythm of her heartbeat within. "Please, no!" I yelled aloud, knowing the next words that would come. I didn't want to hear them. "They're gone now, Sugar Cube. They're gone." Granny held me close, hugging so tightly I couldn't think of anything else to do but go limp in her hooves, burying my muzzle into her chest as I began to sob aloud, my whole body aching from head to hoof. "I know!"
I yelped aloud, my heart shattering into 1,000 pieces.
Apple Bloom was crying now from downstairs. I knew she was scared out of her mind. Hey, she was younger than me. Big Mac was probably trying to calm her down to no avail. I knew that there were only two ponies that could make her stop crying. Mama and me. Granny Smith began to hum aloud with me in her hooves. I lifted my muzzle up from her shoulder, gazing to the doorway. Big Mac sat upon his backside, holding little Apple Bloom in his hooves. He was always so strong, but now even he was crying. The small filly cried out for protection and warmth from across the room. "Can you be strong for me?" Granny whispered into my ears as I swallowed the growing lump in my throat. I gazed up to her in silence, wiping the tears away from my eyes with my hoof, nodding along. Ears folded back, I softly made my way out of the darkness, out of the closet, and into the light of the room. Walking to Apple Bloom, I softly took her away from my brother, scooping her tightly into my hooves. She watched me in awe, as if unsure how to react. I bit my lower lip hard, tears rolling down my cheeks. She began to look frightened, her own tears welling up quickly. "No, shh. Big sister is all right, Sugar Cube." I did my best to form a silly smile, a small giggle escaping my sister's tiny muzzle. For her, I promised to be strong and honest, to protect her from all the pain within the world. Aw, that's it. I promise, darling, for you. I'll just cry on the inside.
Well, every pony, that was Outside My Door by Shy Marble Pie.